His eyes opened to the far-off rumble of thunder. The bedroom looked dim and gloomy, even though it was sunrise. He'd be driving home in the rain. George turned over, expecting Nell by his side, but she was already up. A tinge of disappointment fell over him. He got up on his elbow and called out, "Nell?" "Yes?" She sounded like she was in the kitchen. "Are you coming back upstairs?" "No. Get dressed." George flopped back on the bed. She didn't sound like herself. He wondered what was going on. So much for being together this weekend. His shoes sounded loud on the wooden steps. He ducked, going through the kitchen doorway. Nell was sitting at the head of the table, presiding over the mess. "No breakfast? Would you like me to rustle something up?" "No, George, sit down. I have to talk to you." Before he pulled up a chair, he leaned over and kissed her full lips. "I've missed you." She didn't respond. George's brow furrowed. He reached in his jacket pocket and took out his pipe and pouch of pipe tobacco. "Okay, let me light up first. I think more clearly through a cloud of smoke." He gave her a saucy grin and lit his pipe with a stainless steel lighter, taking long drags to make sure it caught. Nell reached up and tucked a tendril of hair behind her ear. "You are going to do something for me, George, whether you like it or not." "Okay." "You may find this request outrageous, but I have my reasons for it. I think you'll agree that I've never asked you for anything in my life. True?" "True." "I'm asking now. Look out the kitchen window." George took a few puffs of his pipe before he got up and went over to the sink. "What am I supposed to be looking at?" "There's a girl in your car." George's head leaned forward. She was right. There was a young girl sitting in the front passenger seat of his station wagon. His head whipped around. "What's going on? Who is she?" "Her name is Jane, and she's 14 years old. I want you to use your resources to find her a good home, make sure she continues her education, and then find her a job so she can support herself and she never has to come back here again." George put his hand to his head. A wicked migraine was peeking around the corner of his inner eye. He sat on the nearest chair and took a deep breath. "You want me to kidnap a child and take her from her family. She has no family. Why don't you take her in? She deserves more than I can give her. I don't want her in this town." "Nell, do you know what you're asking?" "Yes." "How am I supposed to explain this to Mavis?" Nell jumped up impatiently. "Do I have to do all your thinking for you? Tell her she's a cousin who lost her family, and you feel an obligation to protect her." "And this child is going to go along with that? What choice does she have?" George shook his head. "This isn't right, Nell. You're playing with people's lives here." Nell pounded her fist on the kitchen table. "You will do this for me, George. You owe me. There's got to be another way. This is ridiculous. If I could think of another way, I would, but I can't. Call the authorities. They won't listen to me. I find that hard to believe." Her eyes narrowed. "Oh, do you? Well, I've tried, and it's no use. This girl has been neglected for almost her whole life. George, you may never understand why, but I'm asking for your help. I've never asked anyone for anything in my entire life. I want you to trust me when I say that this child needs a second chance." What could he do? There was no use standing here arguing with her. He knew her well enough to know that she wasn't going to change her mind. "If I do this," he said, "I don't want you to contact me. I'll ring you." "I never have contacted you. Why would I start?" "Because now I'll have someone you care about. Do you need to say goodbye to her?" "No, we did that earlier." "I better go then." "Yes." The worst part was not kissing Nell goodbye.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.